still my town. My town.
Hi, welcome back to Connecting Clarkston. Katie and I are here for Season 3, Episode 11 with Rick Karlewski, who is the current president of the Clarkston Area Optimist Club. And it's really good timing because they have a really big event coming up here in town that I'm sure a lot of you have been to and or will go to for the first time this year, the OptiFest. So we'll talk about that and other things, but welcome. Thanks for coming to join us.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. So I don't know if we want to back up to kind of like, what does the Optimist Club do? Give people a little bit of just kind of a quick Reader's Digest of what it is and what they do for our community.
Sure. So the Optimist Club is, we are the local chapter of a 80,000 member worldwide service organization. And we have numerous different activities that we do within Clarkston. This is probably our signature activity within Clarkston. It is something that is unique to our club. We are part of the Optimist International Organization, which has essay contest, photo contest, oratorical contest. We participate in all those. Those are things that we've done this year with the schools here in Clarkston. So we had an essay contest winner, oratorical, and this year we introduced the photo contest for the first time. Nice. And we had 3 winners, so we awarded them some monetary scholarships in June. Mm-hmm. Some of the other things that you'll see us do that we completely do, we also have the winter version of OptiFest, which is called Winterfest. That one is a little bit more weather dependent because if there's no ice in Depot Park, it takes away from us being able to do a lot of things we like to do. So for skating, this year we introduced a hockey shooting contest. We have s'mores, we have a fire pit, we have a DJ with music, we have hot chocolate that's provided by Honcho. So a lot of different things going on there, similar to what OptiFest is. OptiFest is kind of for kids, but we're looking to target it for a little bit more of different ages. So we're trying to get more older kids involved. So we have the bounce houses, we have the face painting. Last year we introduced the free throw shooting contest. This year we have kayak safety that we're adding. We are also having disc golf. We've added 3 food trucks. Now those are things that have to be paid for. Everything else is free. So it's a day of free family fun. You can come in. It runs from 11 to 3. It's adjacent to the Renaissance High School. It's the field between Renaissance High School and Clarkston United Methodist Church. Mm-hmm. And the Clarkston Farm Market will be there from 9 to 1. So please don't park in their lot. We're trying to make sure that we have separation. But you're more than welcome to go get something at the farm market and drift over to OptiFest or vice versa.
So where will the best place for people to park be?
The parking, we're going to have signs out there. Okay. So it'll say Clarkston Farm Market parking this way, OptiFest parking this way. So it'll be probably along the side of the school and more toward the back of the school. Okay. Where the parking will be.
What about at the Methodist Church? Is that okay to direct people that park there?
Probably should be, yes. I mean, we have parked there before, so there are, that's where a lot of the workers go to park.
Yeah.
Those of us we work in the fest from, we do set up at 8 in the morning, and we're probably going to be doing tear down till 4 or 5. But yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, because I know that the entrance to like the junior high that's torn up right now, so I think that might be an easy Clarkston L parking would normally be a spot, but right now I think that's not really accessible. Yeah. So I was just thinking the church.
Clarkston L parking, I'm not sure if you can get into or not, right. But you're correct. I drove that way the other day, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even. there's no road there.
Oh, look at that.
Currently. So that's on August 2nd.
Saturday, August 2nd. Again, 11 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon.
Okay, and you said there are food trucks, and you have to bring money, but every other activity is free?
Everything else is free. We also provide free hot dogs, chips, and water. So if you don't want to pay for the food trucks, we're just trying to offer something different. So not everybody is a fan of hot dogs, chips, and water. So this year we have 3 different types of food trucks. We have Torrey's Mexican food and tacos. We have a crepe cart, and then we have Bubble Bee tea. We have an alternate for drinks. We have sweets, and we have something in the savory category. So we try to hit all bases there.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And how do you fund this? This can't be cheap, so how does this all get funded?
Great question. So we have 3 different fundraisers we primarily run during the year. Our biggest one runs 6 different times during the year. It is the Flags for Kids program. You see flags probably on Main Street and all the major holidays, so you'll see them on Memorial Day, 4th of July, Flag Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, 9/11, and on Veterans Day. So for $60, we will come out, we'll put up a flag a couple days before the holiday, take it down a couple days after the holiday. You don't have to do anything, you just pay your $60, and we put up the flag and we take it down. That is our largest fundraiser. We currently are over about 580 flags in Clarkston. We retain it only to the Clarkston Area School District, so we don't go outside of the boundaries. We're not going to be in Waterford or Rochester or those places. But that's one of our major fundraisers. Our second biggest fundraiser is Taste of Clarkston, where we've historically had a beer tent. Last year we called it Oktoberfest. This year we're going to call it Optoberfest.
Oh, I like it.
So we'll have beer and wine again.
Yeah.
So for the adults, of course, we have some of the beer from Hilltop, who provides us some beer. They do the setups for us and stuff like that. And we have a donation from the wine from a local Farm Bureau agency. So from that standpoint, we've got a lot of people who support us for this. So that's our second biggest fundraiser. And again, that runs the whole day at Taste of Clarkston. And then one smaller one we have is usually concerts in the park, where Crispelli's will donate some pizza for us to sell. So we sell some pizza, and we also have water. So that's, again, a smaller fundraiser. But those are our 3 primary fundraisers, and that's how we put on the programs that we do. So some of the ones that I talked about there, as well as we also sponsor things with other people. So
I do feel like you guys are super active throughout the community. I know we were just at the Clarkston Family Farm,
Yes.
and I think you guys were there for their ribbon cutting for the Pathways to Possibilities. The township, like even with the new playground, spray park, I think anytime that there's a big fundraising event going on, trying to better the community, the Optimist Club tends to be pretty involved in that.
yeah, we've historically, some of the things we've done done the playground at Baycourt. We've also done the one at Depot Park. More recently, some of the things we do that have been events in Clarkston area and stuff like that. 4th of July parade, we're along with Mount Zion Church and St. Daniel's, Knights of Columbus, we're one of the 3 main sponsors of that. Clarkston Holiday Lights Parade is another parade we do. We support the library in a trunk or treat. We do the Parks and Rec does the Tons of Trucks, which is the week after Optifest, so we'll be there too. Again, like I said, the Taste of Clarkston will be there. So almost every month we have something going.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many members do you have?
Yeah.
We're currently right around 88. We are currently the largest Optimist Club in the state of Michigan. So we're
tip of the
we're
cap.
proud of.
Yeah, that
That's
was
pretty
very
amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
Does that include kids and adults?
That is just the adults. We do, which is a great question, because we do have what we call Junior Optimist International, or as they're known, Joy Clubs. Last year we had them in 4 of the elementary schools. We also had it at Clarkston Middle School. We had a great turnout there for it. We had also in the junior high and, of course, the high school. And actually, we have some of the Joy Club members are coming out on Saturday for Optifest to help us out. So it's a great program. It's a great start for kids. It helps them to kind of see, what it means to have a positive attitude, to help you grow in the community. So, there's books that have been written called The Power of Positive Thinking. So those are some of the things that we're just trying to impart to kids, is to say, hey, you can, if you have a good attitude, you can become a lot of different things. So
it's a civic organization, like basically, but is the goal really towards kids, like you're supporting kids, or is it broader than that in general?
Our focus is on kids, so our mission and vision statements are related to our tagline, which is bringing out the best in youth.
Okay.
So our focus is kids, but we're also trying to build a better community. So the way we look at it is kind of like, okay, if you can help turn a kid around, you can turn a family around.
Yeah.
And if you can turn a family around, you can turn around a neighborhood, and a neighborhood can turn around a community, a city, a state, a nation, the world, so on. I mean, if you think of, some people who started out really small and have made major changes in the world, those are some of the things that, some of the examples we set. And even today we talked at our meeting, we had a meeting this morning, our meetings are weekly. And,
which I do feel like your group meets a ton. Like we've touched base with a lot of different organizations, and I feel like most are once a month, some are twice a month. You guys are every week.
All
Every
year,
week.
the whole
Every
year
week.
long?
All year, yeah.
Wow.
This year we took a break for Christmas and Thanksgiving, but we still have like a meeting. We'll meet at Neiman's just for a social hour. We have a little less formal meeting, let's call it.
Yeah.
So we do that occasionally, and then like the 4th of July week, because we had a lot of members who were traveling, so we just had another kind of off-site meeting at Neiman's. And it's a social thing where it's nothing formal, but
And your meetings are very early in the morning.
they are 7:30 to 8:30, yes.
Yeah, so I think some of the meetings in other groups tend to be later at night or times
do.
when it's not maybe the most convenient if you're somebody working. But I feel like your meeting times probably work pretty well for working people. And then where do your meetings typically happen?
Most of our meetings are at Clarkston United Methodist Church,
Okay.
which is kind of across from the junior high, and again, adjacent to Renaissance High School. So we try and be pretty prompt as far as starting right at 7:30 and ending right at 8:30, for the fact that we know certain members have jobs to get to at 9 o'clock and stuff like that. Now, we also understand that, other people have to be in their office maybe at 8 o'clock or even before. I mean, I have an automotive background. There's no way I could have done this
Yes.
Right.
in my my career at 7:30 in the morning, and we understand it. But we have tried some different things before. We've tried having meetings later in the day, once a month and stuff like that. But my understanding is there's the same people showing up. So
Yeah.
they said, well, let's keep it in the morning. So
Yeah.
so we do. But we provide free coffee and we provide donuts and bagels. So if anybody's interested, that's your incentive.
Yeah, pulls them in. You heard it.
So come on in. I mean, that's one way to kind of check us out and see what we do. There's basically 3 ways if you are interested in learning more about our club. One would be to attend one of our meetings, and again, they're 7:30 to 8:30 in the morning.
On Wednesdays, right?
On Wednesday mornings, yes.
Mornings.
And then if that's not convenient for you, we'd invite you to come out to one of our events, OptiFest being one, just to kind of see what we're all about and what we do, and what we do for the community and that sort of thing. And of course, the third one is if you don't have time to do either one of those, we got a website. We're on Facebook, so it's Clarkston Optimist, not mist, no S, ClarkstonOptimist.org. We're also we have a Facebook page, but if you just put in Clarkston Area Optimist Club in Google, those will come up. We also recently started an Instagram, so we're trying to be a little bit more present on social media. And our secretary, Bruce Mercado, does a great job of keeping our website up to date. It's refreshed weekly, so everything is pretty much up to date. It lays out kind of what our meetings are, who our speakers are, because we do bring in speakers from different areas. Not only Clarkston, but outside of Clarkston. We had one today called Detroit Horsepower. It has nothing to do with engines. It's actually a program where they bring horses into the youth of Detroit, and they teach them, how to work with horses, how to learn some responsibility, get confidence in working with them and stuff like that. So a lot of great things, a lot of interesting things that you can learn coming in. And one of the other things we do, we started recently, is having like a little trivia contest. So it's just for people that come in there to see, what today was automotive trivia. So who invented the
Did you
first
win?
car? I'm the one who does it, so yeah.
Okay. You're the ringer. You're like, I have some
I'm the
questions.
one who has all the questions and answers, so probably it's not fair, but yes.
So it sounds like you guys are spreading positivity and like just adding goodness to the community, to our community. And I'm curious, you talked about maybe partnering with other nonprofits, and what is your connection to is there a parent organization at the national level? Like, is there a connection, and how does that
Yes,
tie in?
there's Optimist International. They're based out of St. Louis.
Okay.
They recently had a convention in St. Louis over the 4th of July weekend, so some of our members attended that, and they have speakers. It's like a 3-day convention. They bring people in from all over the world, so that's part of just the Optimist organization. But locally, we've been involved with the community. Clarkston Community Schools has been running a collaborative community effort, so they had a meeting in April, I believe it was, and the last meeting I think was May 30th. That was pretty well attended. I think there was like 40 to 50 some different organizations there, not just within Clarkston, but within Oakland County and beyond. So, we try and work with those folks. We've welcomed a lot of different people to set up tents at OptiFest. So we've got one called Care House coming in. We also have the Clarkston Coalition for Youth coming in. We also we work with Rotary on some things. I also belong to Rotary. So we have something called, Rotary runs what they call Shoes for Kids, and that's at Renaissance High School. We have what we call OptiSocks. So we have a lady, Elaine Gutenberg, who puts together, she shops all year. If you ever need somebody to shop for you, she is the person because she finds all the deals. But
That's awesome.
She finds all these great deals on socks, but she puts together this OptiSocks program. So we have the kids come in, that underprivileged kids that don't have access or don't have the money for winter shoes and winter boots. They can come into the program, the Shoes for Kids program. They get shoes from the Rotary Club, and then they can come into OptiSocks and they can get a pair, a couple pairs of socks, whatever they need. So we do work, with other clubs and other organizations. The Lions Club is also present there. They give free vision screening tests on that day. So it's usually like, this year I think it'll be November 8th. So it's usually like the second Saturday in November that's held.
Okay. I wanted to say I do think I see you everywhere around town, because I think I've seen you at the nonprofit roundtable through the library. Then I know you were part of this Clarkston collaboration. Is that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I feel like you're so involved, and I think the Optimist Club is very lucky to have you, and I think the Optimist Club has a lot of very passionate people, like we were just discussing Tom Lowry, Tanya Carson, Dr. Mercado. I feel like it's a great organization doing a lot of good things with a lot of strong
engaged.
community.
Yeah. Well, and I know you're currently the president, and how long have you been in the organization before you were the president?
Not very long.
Okay.
I actually went to my first meeting in November of 23.
They're like fresh blood. We got you. Is that what?
Yeah, and it's interesting because the next president after me joined about the same time. His name's Robert Balding, and he's probably I think Robert's in his 30s. Okay. So, they were looking for younger members. We're always looking for younger members, so if you're a younger person out there, we do have, we've got a lot of seasoned veterans. We've got people who've been there for a long time. Our charter president, Jim Evans, who started the club in 1986, is still there. He's there on a weekly basis. Wow. Bruce Mercado, as mentioned, Kathy Novak, who does an excellent job with a lot of our programs, particularly our Outstanding Student Recognition Program, where we recognize a student from each of the 7 elementary schools in Clarkston. That's another one that we do. Before I mentioned the photography contest and essay and oratorical contest, that's another one that we do 100%. So we've got a board of directors. We've got a great board of directors. It's kind of a mixture. There's 11 people, but there's 3 new people there, Robert, myself, and Dennis Pauley. So Dennis Pauley has at one time worked for Lee Iacocca. He was the head of manufacturing for Chrysler when Lee Iacocca was there.
Okay.
He's served on the board. He serves on the board, I believe, of Oakland University. Has a building there named after him.
Oh.
So
did he win the auto trivia?
He actually did not know the answer to the Lee Iacocca contest.
No way.
I was
that's
shocked.
harsh.
Dennis,
I can't.
Dennis, I'm not trying
Sorry.
to. Yeah.
We might cut that. We might not.
Yeah. But anyway, yes. So we've got a lot of seasoned veterans who've been there, such as Kathy, Bruce, Kurt Carson, who many people know from he was a treasurer of Independence Township. He's a realtor. We've got Charlie Campbell, who's new. We've got Debbie Berry, who was our prior president. And we got Adi Dasuki, who's been there, our previous president. So we've got a lot of people who've been there. And so when people come in, the fresh people come in with their new ideas and say, hey, let's try this, they're the ones who can say, well, we've kind of done that, and this is kind of what's happened before, but, we can always try again.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not a negative thing. And so we do have a lot of, we've got a lot of good conversations and stuff like that. But as I said, I'm very fortunate to have this board. It's a very good board to work with. They work well together. So, and we're trying to do, and we've done a lot of things. So we're trying to do even more. We're trying to set ourselves up a little bit better for the future. And we've done a lot of procedural things like rewrite our bylaws and our procedures and stuff like that. But we also did our, a definition of who we are kind of and what we do, as I've talked about here. We've also put together our vision and our mission statements and along with goals and objectives. And we're looking to kind of modernize some of our stuff. So in terms of systems, being able to have people like instead of write checks, we do take Venmo on a lot of stuff, but to be able to do charge cards. So we're looking to do a lot of things. Bruce is working with IHS, Steve Heyer's team here. They're working on trying to modernize some of our systems and stuff like that. So that's some of the stuff we still have to do.
I'm curious, I mean, it's good that you're trying to get more younger people, they could help modernize on
Right.
kind of streamline things. But so what, and this is a kind of a two-parter, what made you join or what was your motivation? And then could that also help other people to be motivated to join?
So like many people, I retired after I was in the automotive industry. And for a year, I did projects around the house and got everything, ready. My daughter graduated from Clarkston High in 2023, so I spent, a year doing all these different things, and I was like, okay, she's graduated, now what do I do? So I always thought, though, that, even before I retired and people said, well, what are you going to do? And I was like, well, I'm probably going to do volunteer work. It's like, I think a lot of us who've been in there, whether you want to call it giving back or paying forward, however you want to look at it, I've heard it both ways, but a lot of us, I think, just want to do something for the community. You've worked your entire career to build stuff for your family and yourself and your 401k or whatever and stuff like that. And that's like, okay, now I'm set. So now I want to do something for the community to give back and still be thought of as useful. I'm not a person who can sit around and watch TV. It's certainly not my thing, or sitting much. Quite honestly, but and I think most of the people in our club are like that. They're not the types to sit around. They like to stay active. They like to do things. Motivated by accomplishment, a lot of people are. So those are the things I think that draw people into it. So I mean, if people are are looking to give back to the community or pay it forward, however you want to look at it. If you're looking to do something, accomplish something in the community, this is an avenue to do it.
I think too, when we were talking about the meeting times, I think a lot of times when you're in that working stage of life and kids and, maybe you do want to be involved in the community and doing things, you just don't have the time. So I do think that's why we see a lot of volunteer people coming after they retire. So,
right.
But I think it's important to get the young people involved too.
Yeah, and I think, one of the things people ask sometimes, it's like, well, why should I be an optimist? It's like, well, for one thing, as I mentioned before, you can, there's a lot of opportunity. So we have a lot of committees for all these different events. We have a committee. You can lead a committee so you can develop leadership skills. You can develop interpersonal skills. If you get up in front of the group, you can develop public speaking skills. So these are opportunities you may not get in a corporate job or a small business or something like that, where if you're working in a small office, you may speak to 4 or 5 people, or if you're in a corporation, sometimes you're going to only speak to like your department, not to a larger group of people. So you can develop your public speaking skills. I'd also say that, as far as leadership skills, because when you're working in a company, there's a hierarchy, so you can tell people more what to do. It's more of the manager position as opposed to a leader position, because in this, you kind of got to lead, because there's no positions here. Nobody's paid.
Right.
So it's all volunteer, and so this helps you develop the skills to say, okay, this is what we need to do in order to accomplish this and that sort of thing. So I think that helps people. And again, like I said before, the opportunity just to make yourself a better person, make this a better community to live in, and a better world to live in.
Yeah. And if you're not an optimist, you're a pessimist. So
Who wants to do that?
who wants to do that? I like what you said. You can either pay it forward or give back. And so there's opportunity for any stage, really,
Right.
in life. And I also think for people who are retired or maybe whatever their career is, maybe more flexible to stay engaged in the community. I
Exactly.
think that's a big deal, too, which, we see optimists all over the place. And it's really fantastic. We're pretty lucky to have you guys. And the most members in all of the state of Michigan.
The biggest club
Biggest
in terms
club?
of members in the state of Michigan, yes.
Awesome.
We're number one.
Number
Good
one.
job. Good job, Clarkston. Any other events or information that you'd like to share before we wrap up?
I think, we like I mentioned, we've got OptiFest, and then we got tons of trucks. It's not too late if you want to join Flags for Kids. We'll sign you up for the basically the three remaining holidays. And then, as we go into September, if you're at the Taste of Clarkston, stop by, have a beer, glass of wine, whatever you like, or even just to say hi and find out what we're all about. We're working on right now, we're going to have some banners that we'll have our vision and mission on it. And we're hoping to have that ready for OptiFest. So that'll stand outside. We're going to have an information tent, and then we'll have kind of the sheet that shows who we are and what we do, and list, bullet points, a lot of the activities. Some of the ones I discussed, there's probably too many to try and talk about all at once, or even to fit on that banner.
Yeah.
And then we have storyboards, which go into even a deeper, we take those bullet points, we talk, 2 or 3 sentences to a little bit about what that's about, and then how it ties back to our vision and mission statements.
Nice.
Nice.
And are there opportunities for people to donate to the club?
There's always an
Assuming-
opportunity to donate.
Where should they go? What's the website to go to?
You can go to Clarkston Area, or again, clarkstonoptimist.org. Or if you just hit info@clarkstonoptimist.org, and we'll respond to you. That goes to our secretary, Bruce. He can route it to me. We've taken some, we had a donation recently for about $10,000. We also, one of the things we do also is there's a benefactor we have who gives us a large sum of money every year, and we disperse that. So we have a large grant committee.
Is that person anonymous, the benefactor?
For now, yes.
Okay. Ooh, mystery.
And what we do again, so we have a meeting, we solicit input, so probably around the end of this month if anybody's interested. So these are for nonprofits though. It's not for-profit businesses, but it's for nonprofits and primarily the schools. So we get a lot of things from the schools that we support, and whether it's the elementary school, the middle school, junior high, or the high school, all of them put different things in. So some of the things we supported recently, when the seniors have their senior day picnic and stuff like that, we gave some money for that. Renaissance High School has some events that we support there. We supported, I think, the junior high getting a new like laser type of engraver, which they gave us back a little thing, for it said Clarkston Optimist on it. So lots of different things like that. Sometimes it's a few $100, sometimes it's a few $1,000s or more. We also support SCAMP with that and some other organizations in town. So there's lots of different things that we look to support with that. And again, that's usually once in the spring and once in the fall that comes. And if you go to our website, it'll tell you that when that's available. So look for something probably late August in terms of being able to apply for that. And then you write up the thing and you turn it in. And then there's a committee that reviews all those. And we either accept it fully, we give a partial, or we find that there was something that had a higher priority that we needed to fund.
Okay.
Cool. So if anybody wants to apply for, are they called grants, or is it?
Yeah, it's a grant,
they're grants, okay.
and it goes to the large grant committee, and there's a grant, believe it's a grant application is what's on the site, but
Okay.
Right now there's, in July, there's nothing there, but
Right.
it'll probably be there late August, and then probably look maybe again sometime around February for the winter round of funding.
Okay, so all the information about the upcoming events, OptiFest, maybe donating, becoming a member, applying for a grant, that all can be found on the website, which we'll post also
Yep.
on our Connecting Clarkston stuff. But we'll see you on August 2nd. I almost said
Yes.
October. August 2nd. And tell me again the times for the Optifest.
It is 11 a.m. till 3.
11 to 3,
So
okay.
again, there's a lot of family fun to be had there. So please join us. A lot of different things we're doing. We've got tug of war, petting zoo, as I said, free throw shooting contest. We also are going to have a kayak safety sheet. So for anybody who's a kayaker out there or interested in learning about how to paddle a kayak, we've got one of our members who's into that. So Lisa Austin will be doing that. We have the photo booth.
Photo booth, yes.
So-
Very exciting.
That is exciting.
And we have 9-hole miniature golf course as well as disc golf. So lots of things, lots of
cool.
games, lots of things to have fun. Again, like if you're a little bit older, it's not just for little kids. So we got the free throw shooting contest and the disc golf. So come on out and have some fun.
Awesome.
Wow, gosh, the Optimist Club, it's just so much positivity into our community, so we really appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you, yes.
And thanks for coming to chat with us. We
Thank
learned
you.
a lot. And we will see you on August 2nd. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
This podcast is brought to you by Independence Television, located inside Clarkston High School. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of Independence Television, Independence Township, or Clarkston Community Schools.